This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
The Bob and Tom Show presents the Bits and Pieces Podcast. This podcast is Chick McGee approved.
Thank you, Chucky. Welcome to Bits and Pieces, the podcast that revisits our favorite Bob and Tom Show comedy bits. I'm Willie Griswold, joined by Alzy, Hooker, and Jason. We're all giggling, and today we are talking car bits.
Yay! Jess is back. We took a week off.
We did.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, thanks. You guys took a week off. You didn't replace me this time.
I think we needed a break.
Oh, really?
From one another.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, we did the episode of Spangle. Didn't work, so...
Sorry about that.
Fun,
we did have fun. Spangle's the biggest Bob and Tom nerd I've ever met.
Oh, man. Yeah, he can blow the rest of us out of the water for sure.
He can go deep. It's a lot of fun. Did you have fun on spring break?
I did. We drove. That was 16 hours. I don't know. That's a good tie-in, right? Road trips. I think that's a part of growing up. Like that's a rite of passage to have to be stuck in a car with your family for 20 hours. There's smells and food and people spilling stuff and screaming and.
I was such a dork and geek in high school. We drove to Florida once, and the highway signs were going, and I could estimate, like I could see how fast my dad was going. And I would do the calculation to see how many seconds it would be until the next one.
Wow,
that
was really dorky of me.
That is
actually
a level
fun.
of dorkdom.
Yeah.
And the fact that here's the worst part, if you really dig down deep, I took a calculator with me.
I didn't want to say anything.
How stupid.
I was like, did you have a calculator
What an
watch?
idiot.
Watch, a Casio. Is that what you were working with?
You know what? I can't even. I might have had the wristwatch thing.
Yeah.
Why does a kid even have a calculator ever?
I know,
You want to hear a funny calculator thing? Over the weekend, I was watching some of the basketball games with some friends, and I'm gambling on them. I'm having a little bit of fun. And I like to take the over, take the under, because I don't know a lot of these teams. I don't know who to cheer for, so the under is an easy thing. No points. Score.
A lot of defense, too.
So
Yeah.
it got to the point in the game where it'd be a really close game, and the under is 125 or whatever it is. We're all just chilling, and it's very, very quiet and tense. And I just talked to my calculator. Siri, what is 125 divided by 2? No!
That's funny.
Did you guys listen to any old Bob and Tom cassettes on your way down to spring break?
No.
You didn't bring the tapes?
No, but there is always the orange barrels whenever you go through, a construction zone. There's that. But yeah, no, not a lot of, not a Max referenced camel toe on the beach, but we can skip that story.
Yeah. Oh, I think we should dive deep into that one.
No, you don't want to. It turns out halfway through vacation, the condo next to us was full of 20-something. Big group. I don't know if it was like a bachelorette getaway or what it was.
He'll never forget that week ever.
Yeah, and you guys know, like, butts out. That's the style with the bathing suits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, Max too.
Yeah,
Max
sure.
too. I
Well,
was
he
like,
better be,
dude, yeah, we need to work on your level of creep. Like,
Oh, he's 17. That's peak creep.
I know. I was like, you need to get some sunglasses, like a brimmed hat, like pretend like you're out in the ocean. You can't just stand here and stare at these girls.
That kid is chock full of hormones.
Oh, my
There's
gosh.
nothing he can do about it.
I know. I
If
was
they're
just
wearing
like,
that, They know what's happening.
Oh, they do.
He, as a young male, is probably just like, admiring and appreciating their booty. Unless he's like, hey,
he looks older than 17.
Yeah. He looks older than 17. And I learned that my son likes a thick girl.
Ah.
Yeah.
A little milk in the shake.
Yeah, a lot, apparently.
A lot of milk in the shake.
Yeah, with some fries and a couple burgers, the whole thing. I was like, Jesus, dude, what is this?
Well, that's good. I think people on the show have talked about how we prefer a thicker milkshake.
Yeah.
With the heavy natural.
Okay, if I see that in the search bar, Willie, I'm going to be really upset, okay?
Damn it, Willie, what are you doing to my kid? No, he does look old, but in your Christmas card, there's that one picture where he kind of looks like a little 10-year-old boy.
No, sometimes I see that in his face, and today he's getting his driver's license.
Oh, whole new world.
Yeah.
So he'll be driving a car?
He will be driving a car.
He'll be driving a car. We're talking cars. Let's get into our rare car bit. Great segue there, Jess.
I think I took your segue.
No, I had nothing to say. I was going to just talk for another half hour.
I just miss you guys so much.
I was going to talk about how he had a glimmer in his eye in the picture, and now all I can think about is he's just looking at some big butt is where I was going to go.
He's driving to the butts.
He's driving.
He's going to go back to Florida next week.
This isn't a joke. When I got my driver's license, within a month, I drove an hour to Muncie, Indiana to make out with a girl. So
really?
I just drove straight to Muncie to make out with a girl. I drove back, and I smoked 2 Camel Wides on the way down.
Camel Wides.
Awesome.
I love Camel Wides.
Well, let's get into it. This is a rare bit with all of the Bob and Tom players.
There was a time when you needed directions, you just pulled into a gas station and asked. Well, just try that today.
Excuse me, how do you get downtown?
How do I get there?
Well, I mean, like anyone. Me, for instance. Like right now, how can I get downtown?
Downtown, that's where all them big buildings are.
Uh-oh. You can get directions the old-fashioned way, or you can go high-tech with a GPS computer satellite system in your car. With so many choices, it just may come down to who's doing the directions. And that's where Frigamall Industries steps in. Presenting the Bob and Tomigator. Onboard in-car directions delivered by the stars of the Bob and Tom Show. You get Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Caboya. I see you've punched in your home address. Please proceed northbound here on Broadway. According to my suggested route, you should be there in about 27 minutes. By the way, I've calculated in a stop for you at the Quickie Stop Convenient Mart. You're running low on beer, and they're having a sale. Turn right at the next light. This Quickie Stop location is a little out of the way, but they just got in the brand new issue of Giant Jugs magazine. Upon purchase, proceed directly to page 42. You may want to pick up some Kleenex as well.
Maybe you prefer the feminine touch. Get there with Christy Lee.
Home? You don't want to go home, at least not right now. What do you say we have some girls' time? Stay on the interstate for one more exit. Get off, bear right, and head toward the fitness center. You really should work out. After that, head straight for the Good Mall. You know, I was there yesterday, and I'm still seeing people wearing capri pants. Boy, I just don't know. They look good on you. Okay, then back on the interstate and head home to catch Oprah. She's doing one of her feel-good reunion shows. God, I love those. Hey, I know. How about a salad? Forget the workout. Take the next exit and turn right.
Not working for you? Well, then just click on Chick.
How do you get there? I say you take a little street called Lonely Street. Look, wherever you're going, it's really not worth it, you know? Because we're all just going to be dust in the wind. Doesn't matter. Look, there's a fast food restaurant up here on the right. Drive through, grab a sandwich, go home, lay in the basement. It's my advice.
And just try getting there with Mr. Tom Griswold by your side.
Hi, Tom here. I see you want directions to Tri-County Mall. Okay, look, I'm kind of busy here. I've really got to get going. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, I'm on my way back. Okay, all right. Okay, bye. Hi, I'm back. Look, hey, you need gas. Hey, what are you doing? Don't pull into that gas station. Can't you see there's a fuel truck filling up the underground tanks? The slightest spark, this whole place could go up. Don't even think about that gas station across the street. There's a Brinks truck in there. You don't want to take a chance of getting in the middle of a big shootout. Look, I don't have time for this. Can't you get directions from somebody else? Hey, listen, can you hold on again? I got to take this call.
But wait, you can also upgrade your Bob and Tama Gator and get a 5th bonus choice. Go ahead. Click on the DB button. That doesn't stand for decibels.
All right, man, you're coming up on a pretty busy intersection at Mason and Ted's. Man, I'd slow down. First time the cops ever used stop sticks on me was right up here. I swear to God they did. They tried to say it was a high-speed chase, but I faked a seizure, and they couldn't even press charges. I swear to God, man, you can look it up in Court 7. Okay, man, make a quick left right here. Do it, man. Don't worry about the sign that says private property. Man, they just put that up because too many prostitutes were turning tricks back here, and people were popping tires on a hypodermic needles. If you're going to do it, man, the best place to park is by that green dumpster. That's where me and Scotty Winkler used to do Patty Ferguson. She'd tell her mom she was taking the trash out, and we'd feed her pork kebabs all night. I swear to God we did, man. I loved her. Okay, your next street is Wilkins. You don't want to go down Wilkins, man. There used to be a loose Rottweiler with ticks that chased cars like a hungry repo man. So I'd keep heading toward a dead end. Now, when you get to it, just gun it and cut through Mitchell's backyard. Do it, man. I'm serious. He's in bed by 9 every night anyways. You're not going to get stuck because it ain't rained all week. Okay, man, veer left. Left! You're going to plow his bird path. Easy over the curb or you'll bottom out.
The Bob and Tama Gator. Get from point A to point B with B and T.
The Bob and Tama Gator. There are so many MapQuest bits that I can think about from this show that we did. That was just such a big... I feel like that just changed everything when people didn't need maps anymore and there was just navigation guidance. I don't know. By the way, my favorite thing about that when my dad called, when it was my dad's voice, the cell phone ringing.
Yeah.
Do you remember when people actually had cell phones ring in public?
Yeah.
Specifically, that was like a terrifying flashback to like being in the car. Oh no, his phone's ringing again. Oh, here we go.
Right.
Radio down. He's talking to Marty. God, I hated that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a fun bit with everyone in it. And there are, I promise you, so many Gator bits, if you will. GPS things and obviously in-car navigation stuff. So many that one of them we're not, I mean, there's so many. We're actually going to do 2 episodes.
Yep.
Probably maybe early in the summer when vacations are kicking back in, we'll do an additional episode because there's so many like companion pieces to all these.
Well, and it didn't help that there was literally one called a TomTom. You know,
yeah.
if it's
That's right.
When you have that and there's a guy named Tom here, it's a pretty easy
It's
connection.
actually called the
real one.
The real one's called the TomTom. Yes,
I was trying to think of it. I couldn't remember if we had the Garmin or a Tom. I think we had a TomTom maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's something you could put in your windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the generic, I felt like.
We had one. Tom bought me one when we were traveling on the road so that I could take it and make sure we got comedians to where they were supposed to
I
be.
feel like one of them was an advertiser for a brief moment.
Maybe
even.
that's what
And
I had.
Was it a
yeah.
TomTom? Do you
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was Garmin.
Yeah, I had a Garmin.
I feel like road comedians must have hated when this was invented because in their whole life they had this great excuse of being like, yeah, I turned off on the state road. I got lost. I couldn't figure out how to get here. And it's like, no, you knew exactly where to go. The thing was telling you.
Yeah, that was wild. And you detached it when you got out of the car. Like it was just, it never stayed in the car. Like I just always carried it with me. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I was going to get lost. I don't know.
Well, probably you didn't want someone to steal it.
Yeah, that's probably.
Because people would bust in and take those things.
That's true.
But it still didn't update with construction very well. Because I remember with my mom and them going down to Florida to watch me play softball. They got to Atlanta, drove around the loop a few times of Atlanta. And they're like, how do we get out of here? And it's like, maybe you still need a kind of a map. But it was...
My car barely updates now.
And they didn't work very well. And then people started putting them in the cars. And now everybody's just got one in their pocket and their phone at all times. So.
And that one's the most reliable one, I think, is the one on your phone for sure.
Yeah. Do you guys, it's so funny. I have friends that'll judge you, like when I'm working with a comic, if I'm like driving, like, oh, you don't use Google Maps, you use Waze? Oh, no, you got to use Waze or whatever it is.
Right.
Like everyone has their thing and they stand by it.
I'm a Google Maps guy.
Google Map or Waze is fine. If you pull up that stupid map on your iPhone, I will get so ticked because it would always have us driving in a field. It's like, I'm over here on the road because like Donnie has the iPhone. Yeah, whatever.
I have
It's an older one.
Speaking of Florida, we were going somewhere and it told us to go out into the ocean. And I have a screenshot of,
That's hilarious.
of it going
Just
out into the ocean.
Yeah.
And again, that was 10 years ago.
Well, no, that's a bit in an episode of The Office. He drives the car into the lake.
right.
I drove into a lake. Great episode.
Yeah.
Which of these four would you buy? The Bob and Tomigators. Bob, Tom, Chick, or Christy. Chick's was funny, and then I started to feel sad. A little too sad.
Yeah, everything he said, I was like, oh, I remember when he would do that. When he would leave here, go to a fast food place, and then lay in the basement.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pull off the Bob. I think if I did the Bob, I might get Me Too'd. I don't have the coolness that he has.
That's the thing. This bit was probably from about 05, 06.
I was going to say, I remember being here when it was,
So it was okay to get a thing of jugs or whatever.
Oh, no, not that I think that's just that I think that if I talk the way Bob, people don't like it. He's more likable and appealing in a way where if I do that, people go, "You weird creep! Why are you talking like that?"
But every time you turn it on, it would say, "Hi."
Yeah, I love that.
I'm Bob Coyne.
It's the first thing I've written down. Hi, I'm Bob Coyne. I love it. We got it. One day, let's just do a bum episode.
All of them. Yeah,
that'll be great. Well, let's get into our next bit. It's one of my favorite things. It's my dad getting his rage out via song.
Going down the highway, he's in front of you. The speed limit is 50, he's going 22. He won't let you pass him, he won't let you by. You curse him, he can't hear you, you wish that he would die. He's Snail Man, Snail Man. He's older than a fossil, but still they let him drive. He got his driver's license when Lincoln was alive. If he continues shrinking, someday he's gonna crash. He's sitting on 2 phone books to see over the dash. He's Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man. If I had a big bazooka, I would blow him off the road. If my car was a steamroller, I would squish him like a toad. Snail Man, Snail Man. Sometimes he drives a big car. Sometimes he drives a truck. He knows you're in a hurry. He doesn't give a darn. You'd think it's Sunday morning, he's taking in the view. His turn signal's been blinking since 1942. He's Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man, Snail Man.
Snail Man, a classic. That is, I used to play that live with the Bob and Tom band. It was like one of the first times I ever performed, you know? I went on stage at Carb Day, and I had the little guitar that was not plugged in, I later figured out.
How old were you, though? That's so cool.
I was like 10 or 11, and it was awesome because Dean...
you know what, I remember? I have a picture of me, you, and Sam backstage.
Yep.
And you were probably that age, somewhere in that range, yeah.
People were trying to hide Chick's costume from me. Chick had a costume that was... vulva based, I would say. It was all the exterior. Chick was the interior, and they would always, try to hurry that away. I remember that one time I saw someone smoking a cigarette that I didn't think smoked, and I cried because you're a little kid and you think cigarettes are terrible.
Who was it? Yeah,
it was a certain news lady, if you will.
Oh yeah,
Carlini.
No, it was Christy. The other I hope she doesn't get mad at me.
I was trying not to.
Time out.
She was just a social.
Yeah, very
smoker.
much. And she would. And you know what? Some of my best memories are sitting with her after a show, smoking a cigarette, having a drink.
And that's why it was so shocking, because it was like Christy is like so sweet. She's mothering, and I was used to seeing Bob light up around, not light up around the studio, but I'd see him outside or whatever having one. But I didn't really know cigarettes. I just knew they weren't good for you. And then I saw Christy, and then I cried. And then cut to 8 years later, I'm stealing them from my older brother. But. What were you saying, Jason? Sorry.
No, that's right. I mean, you're just a 12-year-old. I mean, Christy's like this. Yeah, she's on this pedestal to you.
Oh, and she was kind of perfect too. But yeah, Snail Man is such a funny bit.
That's fun.
I was just saying on the way in here that I really need to get a handle on my road rage.
Oh.
No surprise where I got that from. I guess, right? So we've always talked about being in the car with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys experienced road rage with him behind the wheel?
Not road rage. I've never rode while he was driving. He rode with me.
Yes.
Somewhere, but that's it. That's the
Same
only time.
situation.
Yeah.
He, as a passenger, he was, he had no problem expressing his concern or feeling about how I may be driving. Like, you don't have to drive this fast. We've got plenty of time. And I'm like, I'm only going 65 on the loop. But you're right. Speed limit's 55. Totally. So then everyone passes me and it's awkward. And I'm like, I'm now Snowman, but we'll get there safely.
So I've driven Tom a handful of times, and at length. I've driven him all the way up to Michigan before. Yeah. But I think we had a gig in Lafayette a couple years ago, and I was driving him back to the west side for some reason on 465, 5 lanes. And I'm in his car, so I don't know the brakes as well as you normally do your own car. Mm-hmm. But some a-hole literally kind of cut me off. Tom is sleeping.
Oh.
And I had to tap the brake. And man, he didn't say a word.
Sure.
He didn't say a word. He was fine. But man, I was like, you hate doing that to someone.
I know.
Anyone. Let alone Tom.
Especially Tom, because
we
know he doesn't sleep.
And
yeah. And you're like, oh, please don't wake up.
Did you do the mom thing where you have your left hand on the steering wheel?
Absolutely.
And you
Every
grab
time.
I'm sure I wanted to.
I wish you did just give a good cup.
No, it just happened so quick that I had to, boom, and he kind of jolted forward, and of course I felt terrible.
Oh yeah.
But he was fine. I've never experienced Tom road rage, but what I have experienced, I love driving around town and seeing him driving.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm surprised I haven't wrecked watching. Like,
right. Tom in the wild is fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like sending your teacher away from school. You're like, what are you doing here?
It is.
I didn't know you existed.
But how often, and this happens a lot for me, I don't know why, but how often have you seen Tom in the wild and you don't say anything or you hide? Okay, because every time for me over here, I don't ever, it's like a famous person. I've known this guy for almost 20 years, and I'm always like, and I just don't approach anybody famous. I just don't, because I just think it's rude. And so with him, and it's not I look at him and I go, he is going to be so awkward that I don't want to make him feel more awkward and see me and have to say something. So I'm just going to keep going. Yeah. I'm just going to keep my head down, keep going.
This happened at a grocery store when it was like years ago before I worked here, but I'm still at the station.
Oh yeah.
So he knew me, and I was with Donnie. And I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, there's Tom! Oh my gosh! He buys his own groceries. Look at him. He puts his pants on just like all of us.
He buys his own groceries. Yeah. He spends more time at the grocery store than he does at work.
Favorite place to be.
He's always at the grocery store.
I wasn't going to bother him. I saw him. Then he saw us. He approached me and said hi, and then he introduced himself to Donnie, who I think he may have met at one point just in passing, not even like really met, but he took the time to like, oh hi, and Donnie's like, wow. I'm like, I know. Isn't he like super nice?
Yeah.
Like he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's never in hiding, and you can always tell because he never gets his front windshield, his driver's side, is never tinted. So he's always out there in the open. Yeah, he's not hiding from anybody.
No,
because you can't see it.
He's
at night.
One of the people.
It's dangerous.
I agree.
I mean, this is not a joke. If he's not working, he's either in a grocery store or washing dishes. Those are the
or in
only
line at
two
Starbucks.
things. Yes, or in line at Starbucks. Yeah, or his local coffee shops that he loves very much.
Yes,
or ironing denim. In the front yard.
He's a weird guy. And you know what, guys? This week, he's all alone. The girls are on spring break. So I think I might just go in there, check up on him, see how he's doing, because who knows?
Are you serious?
Please do.
I mean, who knows what the hell is happening over there without any adult supervision on him? I might go check up.
Okay. Has that been all this week?
No, it's all this week. He's just a man alone. The girls are on a beach somewhere, relaxing, having fun. And so he is just like a chicken with his head cut off, I imagine.
He's done okay. I haven't noticed on the air that he's extra
perky.
Yeah, extra something. No, like extra, like, I don't know. You can just see when he's like unattended, there is some anxiety that builds.
Sure. He likes helping.
I'm going to lose my
job. I think you're projecting.
All right, before we talk too much, let's go to our next thing. It's our favorite. It's Mr. Obvious.
Time now for the Mr. Obvious Show. Here's Mr. Obvious.
Well, hello, and welcome again to the Mr. Obvious Show. I am your host, Mr. Obvious. First of all, I think an apology is in order for a show a couple of weeks ago. If you'll recall, there was a problem with a snow shoveler out there, and apparently he forgot to use a shovel. Well, be that as it may, the incident was certainly regrettable, but Mr. Obvious has has had a little meeting with the producer, and we both agree that possibly the show could take a different slant, if you will. A new, fresh approach. So today we're starting the Mr. Obvious Show Open Phones. That's right. You pick the topic on the Mr. Obvious Show this week. It could be anything on your mind, anything. Just call us here at the Mr. Obvious Show, and I'll certainly try to help you. Well, there's a call right now. Hello?
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah?
Just wanted to say I heard the show a couple of weeks ago, and Ditto is on the hang-up.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir, for your support.
Yeah, that guy was an idiot. But anyway, I just want to let you know, I've got kind of a little dilemma here. I just bought a new car.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Got a really fine, it's a good American-made car, and I really like it. It runs well, got a real good deal on it.
Uh-huh.
Very happy with it for the most part. Well, here's my problem. I was driving it the other day going to work, and got about halfway there, and all of a sudden I started losing power. It started sputtering, so I pulled off to the side of the road, and it won't start.
Huh. Well, car won't run, huh?
No, I mean, I've tried. I turned the key, and it's making noise and stuff, but it won't go.
Wow, my goodness. That could be a variety of problems there with your car. Possibly a battery, let's see, alternator, possibly a coil, or... Well, let's see. What happened the last time you went to get gas? What did your service station attendant tell you?
Where? What?
When you went to get gas for the car, what did your service station attendant say about the car?
Went to get gas. You have to change that?
Well, cars require the gasoline there every now and then to keep them running. Yeah, it's an internal combustion engine there, and that's what...
Like it'll leak out on the ground, and they have to put new gas in to change it, or...
No, the gasoline is actually burnt by the engine, and that causes the pistons to, go up and down. And when you press the gas pedal, the gas pedal, that's what causes the car to go forward.
Huh. Wow. I think that just might be it. I think you might be on. I had to try it. Go to a gas station, you say?
Go to a gas station. You've seen them all around town, probably. That's why there are so many of them, because that's why cars run. They have gasoline.
This might explain a lot of this Mideast problem we got going with that. I never made the connection.
That's probably it. And thanks for the call, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious. You're a lifesaver.
Thank you, sir. Well, join us next time for another edition of the Mr. Obvious Show. Thank you.
Wow. Some old school Mr. Obvious.
Wow, yeah. That sounds like that's reel to reel.
Yeah. Did you hear Chick introduce Chick in that one?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
In the beginning. And now, the Mr. Obvious Show. Hello, welcome to the show. I love it. I think my favorite line of that would have to be, I got to change that. Dean hits that dumb guy.
Real.
It's so perfect.
God.
Oh, I gotta change that.
Gosh.
I think I don't even know if I've heard that Mr. O before.
Yeah, I bet that was probably one of the first 5.
Yeah.
It could be really, really early.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the chick introing it is kind of an indicator.
It was still recorded, right? They didn't do this live. It wasn't that far back.
No, I don't think so. And like Jess, I think, hit it on the head.
Yeah.
It was reel to reel, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them just had that sort of tone to them.
It's almost like you can hear the dust. Like it's so like there's just like this film on there.
Jess Hooker claims she can hear dust.
Oh my God, that may be the most Tom Griswold thing I've ever said.
You sound like a hipster who really likes records, trying to justify their vinyl habit.
Oh gosh,
this is how I can hear the dust, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit from Portlandia or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That there's a bit in Portlandia. They're talking about microphones, and it's the sound engineer talking about they use these on Pet Sounds, and I think it's the funniest bit. I think they use this mic on Pet Sounds, and it's just like a Shure SM50. It's like the mic everyone has.
Right.
God, I think that's a funny show. Let's talk about this show, though. Sorry. Portlandia's a good show. We're talking Bob and Tom's show. We don't got to talk.
We'll do bits and pieces of Portlandia later.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We run out of Bob and Tom content. We move around.
Was this chicken raised was it freestyle? What do you call chicken? Freestyle?
Free range?
Free range chicken. What kind of a life did it live?
Rappers are freestyle, chickens are free range.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't care where my chicken comes from. I'm just going to eat it. As long as it's off the bone. Don't make me do the bone.
Freestyle chicken rap. That's kind of fun. He's just talking about problems around the farm and the coop and stuff. I don't know what chickens would rap
Dang
about.
chicken heads.
Yeah. Bunch of chicken heads. And then that says the word piston, which made me think of the Kavanaugh song Piston.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me think we've had a bit of a fight this week on the show. Pat's doing a sort of cover of a Tim Kavanaugh song, but he's not talking about getting pissed in things. He's talking about Shatner things. And I just want to say, when no one can debate me, live on the record here for the first time, that my version of the song was the best. No one listened to me, and I'm fed up with it, guys.
Okay.
I'm just absolutely fed up with it, and we're going to let it die there.
Well, welcome to be the youngest one around, because
Right, yeah.
I came in, very young,
Yeah.
and they still think I'm that age,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I still have to kind of stand. Like even this past Monday, there was an onboarding call with a new client.
Yeah.
And I kind of had to stand up loudly, go, "Hey guys, we're doing this. This is
Yeah.
a thing," and because they still look at me as just some young dude.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
okay. It's all right.
I don't.
And I'm okay being in that spot.
Yeah.
Just one of it. You got to own it, and you got to realize it's who we are.
Hey, I'm like, let me know if you have any questions, and they ask everybody else but me that's
Right.
been here longer. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
All right, see you guys later.
I think that Jason still looks like he did when he was an intern.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's why
I'll
they
take
still
it.
treat him that way.
I don't know. I have some younger pictures. Be like, yeah, you look a bit younger then, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
I got some-
definitely
I got
the
some silver
most
going.
definitely the most consistent look-wise, I would say,
for
through the
sure.
ages.
Yeah. About every 10 years when I have a birthday, that means something with a zero, and Chick just goes, man, he just can't believe it. He just can't believe it. And obviously I've been around a while, so there's that sort of thing. Even Dean, they still think Dean's
Oh, absolutely.
right out of college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Happens
don't
to
know.
all of us.
Somehow, I don't know. I think I skipped it. Somehow I didn't I don't know. I never felt that way.
Well, you change your style a lot, though.
That's true.
I have not
Ever
changed my
evolving.
style ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
don't
like,
know.
My dad either thinks that you're a punk or he thinks that you're like a news girl. He always said like
I
those.
know
are the
I'm
two.
in between. He's like, let's talk about your sleeve of tattoos.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, you look like you belong on CNN. And I'm like, Tom,
He's
this is a big jump here.
He's like, look at that hip hop themed jacket you're wearing. I'm like, what? What's a hip hop jacket? I don't know what you're talking
Oh my
about.
gosh. I asked Chick that. I was like, I don't feel like I've got the intern treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Because also I wasn't an intern here. I was an intern at the sister station.
Yep.
And Chick also goes, yeah, and you've acted like a mother since you were 7. So you kind of give off that vibe of like that kind of trumps it. And I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Jess Hooker, the best cook on our staff right now in the
No.
building. Best cook in the building, yes.
Yes, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. But and I think we all, like, you make good things. I think everybody has something good to contribute, right? Do you cook?
Just cheeseburgers. I cook really good cheeseburgers. I
Yeah.
mean, I can do like proteins and pasta and stuff I'm fine with. But
Yeah.
if you want like the Willie G special, if you guys are wanting me to cook and be like, what, this is incredible. The cheeseburger I make, it's very good. Very thin sliced patties, little peppercorn on there, white American cheese and yellow American cheese, a brioche bun, holla if I can find it. I got a
is
whole
fancy.
system.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a lot of fun. It's
Well,
a lot of
we
fun.
should do it this summer on the porch before.
We'll have an
before
opportunity.
show.
Don't worry.
Oh, good.
I would love to.
I don't cook. I usually go to the drive-through.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drive-thrus, right now we're talking about Haywood Banks relating to those who drive in traffic.
Tra la 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 la. Good morning, bluebird singing, sitting in the morning sun. I hear the coffee perking as another day's begun. Jump into the car and know I'm off to work again. Pull onto that old expressway, and all that I got to say, get out of my way, 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 get out of my way. Da la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la.
The genius of Haywood Banks. God, that is... get out of my way! I feel that, man.
I think it throws you because you never would see, I would assume, I would never see Haywood, like, get upset about anything.
No, he's cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, yeah. So when you hear him scream like that, it's like, oh, God. Yeah.
It's one of those things that this show can't necessarily relate to that because they're in their car before 6 o'clock.
Oh.
And they leave here at 10, 11, whatever.
Yeah.
But everyone listening to the show can obviously relate to that song.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we definitely work, like, well, they do, I know, like in a very spoiled time. Like whenever Chick has to go out and be amongst the living, like on the weekends or after 5, he sounds a lot like Haywood.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, you have never grocery shopped until you've grocery shopped at 10:04 on a Tuesday.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
No one's there.
It's
It's awesome. You take your time. It is weird. The 6 to 10 hour, whatever it is. Check your local listings.
Yeah, Christy left here today and she was like, well, I found a store that's open. Nothing opens till 11.
Oh,
so
yeah,
she was like, I
yeah.
found a place I could shop right now. She was like, see you later.
I had that. I'm not too proud that I've had to wait for 30 minutes in the parking lot of a Destination XL. I'll tell the people about that. Yeah, I've said this before, but I don't go, get out of my way. What I picked up from my dad is this passive-aggressive driving. Oh, this is how we're driving now.
Yeah.
Oh, they must have changed the rules. I guess driving school.
Yeah, all those.
Which honestly, I think that's worse than just honking.
What's your go-to? Like, what's the first thing you say? Because my kids, well, Max pointed this out to me recently. Like, this is my thing that I always say. What is yours? Like, immediately when someone pisses you off driving, what's your go-to?
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that, I think.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I had
that's
some of that. I question it.
Yeah,
sarcastically.
Right.
Yeah.
I have two forms of road rage. There's the vigilante road rage where I either see somebody else do something wrong, I'm like, oh yeah, and I go and try and do it to them to pay them back. Or
that's psychotic.
I am a little bit on the road. There's a flip that switch. It's like it's called an on-ramp, emerging lane for a reason. Let me over. This isn't about you. I'm not trying to beat you to whatever destination you're going. Just let me on the damn road. Otherwise, I go off the bridge. But that's fine. It's all about you because you drive a Lexus.
Has anyone
That's basically it. And then there's the, am I going too slow for you because I'm traveling 10 miles over the speed limit? Let me actually drive the speed limit now.
Oh,
enjoy.
I do that.
You're trying to get by me? Oh, now I'm going to go faster. Oh, no, I'm slowing down. So I'm that.
So you're the one that's going to get shot someday.
I have also almost got shot in the wrong side of town by being a bitch. And Donnie goes, don't do that. Why?
Correct.
Yeah.
I go, oh. And then they roll down their window and I go, oh.
Listen, they don't have to have a gun because the car alone is a weapon.
Right.
That's how I always look at it.
Right.
Like that's like you're in this spot right now, Jess Hooker.
Yeah.
You're giving the keys to a son. You're like, here's a weapon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm going to throw up right now. Thanks for bringing it up. No, yeah, it is. It is terrifying. It's, I had once someone reach under their car seat like they were grabbing like they were going to grab. I don't know if they were, if they were trying to scare me or what they were doing, but they leaned down like that. And I was like, I hit the brake. I didn't hit the gas. I hit the brake. I was like, I'm just going to stay here until I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, it's scary. What are you gonna do?
And then today with phones at stoplights, I give you a quick 3 count. 1, 2, 3, and I'm honking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'll honk if I see somebody texting and driving. I just honk anyway.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I use my horn every day. Every day, I bet I use my horn.
I do it too.
Always.
I do it. It's usually in a friendly honk. It's never a really long one. I do a beep. You know what I'll do on a 2-lane highway? If there are cars, if people are just abusing the passing lane and just chilling in it, and there's two and they're driving the same,
that makes me nuts.
I'll do a quick, hey fellas, beep. Let's separate so we can get into the fast lane. You know what I'm saying?
Are you ever driving so fast that you can tell, like, I mean, whether it's like a half a mile ahead, you can tell that somebody is in the pass lane, they're not going fast enough, or they're not making a pass, and so when I get up close, I start flashing my light.
Flash a light.
Yeah.
Get over. I'm coming through.
Well, and now
I
that
will
it's
leave them on. I warned you. I was here for a while, patiently.
When you get angry, you look like an anime character. Your eyes get so big.
I know.
That's the second time I've been called a cartoon. Someone goes, "You're just a cartoon character, aren't you?" I'm like, a little bit.
Your eyes get massive. They get so big.
I know. I think we were all, if you looked at the three of us while she was sharing her road rage personalities, we were all like, oh, okay. Like, this is what she's like on the inside of her head. Like, because sometimes it's just, you're just cool and you're chill, but we can tell that there's a lot going on.
Here are the reveals. It's road rage descriptions, and it's whatever the Allie Breen calls
Breen,
happen.
And relationships and roads.
Oh, you bring the rage into some poor guy.
People are selfish. They cheat. It's one thing if you cheat because you messed up, but you cheat and you still want to keep your girlfriend. You want to get away with it. Who are you? What are you? It's not about you.
But those are the people that send emails in. So
yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
you gotta enjoy those.
Yeah, if relationships had healthy communication, that segment would die. So
right.
Let's keep them coming, right?
Yeah, and this show wouldn't be funny.
No. Gosh, bad communication. This show kills it at bad communication. Let's get into our next bit. It's real short, it's real dumb, and it's our favorite, Chick McGee.
Announcing the latest in GPS, in-car information systems.
Turn right. Okay, this is your street.
This system employs the golden voice of media darling Chick McGee.
Now proceed to your address. Pull in the driveway and park the car.
Chick takes you every step of the way.
Now, walk up the steps. Open the door. Go up the hallway. Turn right. There's the couch. Okay. Lay down.
Yes. Introducing NapQuest.
Yeah. What a day I'm having. I'm exhausted.
NapQuest with Chick McGee. Who better?
NapQuest. I've heard that bit before. I don't know this, but Jess, you might know the answer. I want to ask you a question. I'm going to say it like this. I'm almost positive my dad wrote that, and I want to say that he didn't give Chick all of the lines, and Chick didn't know exactly what he was saying when he recorded it, and that the first time he understood what it was when it goes, NapQuest, because then you hear Chick go,
Yep.
Yeah!
It's got to be it.
Is that what it was?
It's got to be it.
Because Tom loves giving you like just enough material.
Yes.
Because he wants your genuine reaction the first time you hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're working on a thing right now, actually, and he wanted to do some sort of sneaky thing, and that's how I was able to guess what went on in that.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's real funny.
And that bit is a rarity, let's be honest. There's no jokes.
No.
There's really no punchlines. Stupidest, dumbest bit we've ever done.
Is it because it sounds like Chick's NapQuest is already an app I have? I use the Calm app to stay calm.
Oh, sure.
And there is there's meditation and stories, but those sleep meditations basically guide you into sleep. Go ahead and lay down, relax.
Is that what it says?
Breathe in. One, two. Yeah, all those things. Chick started it.
Biggest question.
Yes.
Does it work?
Well, I have a little ADD and I have asthma, so it's hard to take some breaths. It says breathe in deep. I'm like, whatever. And then I start thinking about everything else. And I come back and they're like, hey, just come back from that thought. I'm like, okay, I came back. Here's my breath. Oh, I'm still out of breath. This sucks.
Now, see, if you had an Apple Watch, I wonder if it works with that app and it goes, hey, what's going on? Your heartbeat's going up.
Yeah.
It can measure you and tell you to calm down.
Yeah, because I think you can wear the Apple Watch and it tracks your sleep too and the health, the eye health. Yeah,
but I'm just wondering if it works
will
with
do
the
that
app.
too.
Does the Fitbit do that?
It has like mindfulness things now to relax and it'll show your heart rate.
Oh yeah, the Apple Watch will do that too. It'll be like, stand up, you fat. No, it doesn't say that.
Hey loser, you've already watched 4 episodes of The Sopranos today. Get up, stop eating gabagool. It's just nitrates.
You know what? That's going to be a thing. If you allow it, it will watch what you do and stop watch. If you give it some parameters,
Sure.
Don't let me watch more than 2 episodes of something.
Well, you can already do that on your phone. On your phone, you can say only let me go to Instagram for 30 minutes a day. You can say,
you can set those.
But then maybe you'll say you have to go for a half an hour walk before you can watch another episode.
I got the Apple Watch, and sometimes it'll tell you. Sometimes it'll say, hey, stand up, go for a walk, and I go, get out of here! I'll break you. I'll throw you in a glass of water if I want to. I don't need you telling me what to do. We got a few more bits. Let's get into this one right now. It's a relatable, big production piece from the show.
parking lot when suddenly I see some lady in another car heading straight for me. She's talking on her cell phone. She doesn't know I'm there. I swerve to keep from getting hit, and I can't help but swear. Get off your cell phone. Put your hands at 10 and 2, or I'm gonna cram that cell phone up the bottom side of you. There's a pistol in my glove box. I'm about to lock and load. So get off your cell phone or get off the road. I'm sitting in a quiet bar, drinking a glass of beer. Some jerk gets on his cell phone and everyone can hear. So I go to see a movie to get away from everything. Just when the movie's getting good, I hear a cell phone ring. Get off your cell phone, take that call another time, or I'm gonna stick that cell phone up where the sun don't shine. This movie's got a soundtrack I'd really like to hear. So put down your cell phone, or I'll put it up your rear.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tomac. Hey, we just landed. Yeah, ATL, you got a sec? Well, it's a good time for me, Mike. About the mission statement. I know, but if you're 5 yards from the casket, you still have time. Listen, I got a phone call. Get Tomac. Hey, Shooter, we just landed. Yeah, I got him on the other line. He said the body looks natural. Can't even tell there was a fire.
Get off your cell phone. Wait until we're off the plane. Or when I'm done with that cell phone, you'll never sit the same. They're gonna hear you screaming way up there in first class when I take your cell phone and shove it up your ass. Hello? Hey, baby. No, I'm not doing anything. Oh, I love the sound of your voice. I'm never too busy to talk to you.
And that's perfect. God, I love that. And I love the bit at the end because we all do that. If you see someone texting and driving, you go, what the hell are you doing? That is so unsafe. Mm-hmm. And then you'll look at your phone and go, oh, I'm just going through really quick. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Right.
It's, hey, just put your phone down either way. Mm-hmm. Treat yourself like you treat anybody else. What a great piece that is.
We were talking about horns on your car earlier. And I'm usually ahead of the curve. I've driven EVs for a little while, electric vehicles. But here's
what's an EV, Jason?
Electric vehicle. I
EV
just
is
said
when
it.
your penis doesn't. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong
ED.
thing.
And what I would like is horn triggers.
Oh yeah.
So I could hit them a little quicker. That's what I want.
Like a double bass pedal?
Yes.
My very first car was an Eagle Premier. And that's how it was. It was like pedals on there. It wasn't like turn. I don't know what to say. Like it wasn't switches that went.
It wasn't like an up down thing.
It wasn't
like
up down. It was. It would, and it was just like you just tapped it on the sides. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I loved that car. Mm-hmm. My grandpa died right before I got my license, so they gave me his car.
Same situation.
Yeah.
The granny.
Yeah.
Anyway, the song was great and really uplifting. Big band.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Who was that singer?
Good timing.
It was a 91 Cavalier.
God,
Powder
Grandpa.
Blue.
Oh, God, that was dark. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Good Lord.
That's okay.
I had that thing where I was laughing so hard that my mouth couldn't open.
I just looked up at Willie's faces like in full laugh, but there's no sound.
Oh, I was laughing, but sorry about your grandpas, I guess. I don't know. Do we have to say that
It was 24 years ago, Willie.
Yeah.
It's still fresh.
It's still fresh. It's 24 years, so it still hurts. But yeah, that was Ezra singing. He does a lot of classic Bob and Tom stuff. Mm-hmm. You can also hear him pretty famously on not Prisoner of Love. No, not Prison Bitch. It's called Prisoner of Love.
Yes.
Correct.
Stellar performance, man. That is such a good. I mean, that to me, that Snail Man, those sort of seem like this classic Bob and Tom. They're on the records. They're on the albums. That's a Bob and Tom bit for me.
Oh yeah, the big production, and I feel like what we did at Christmas time just like or the new year, saying farewell to 2020. That was the first time I got to be a part of kind of our big production type stuff. Like all of those, I'd never. I mean, I was on the sidelines. I watched a lot of them happen, but to actually be a part of it,
something that
cool.
Ellen Johnson and Steve Ali had their hands in. It's like or PJ. That's got to be PJ Yinger on the horn, right?
Very likely.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
The little the beep. Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Which, by the way, and honestly, you might need to bleep that because it's a trumpet, but it sounds exactly like it.
True.
It really reads. Well, let's get into our last bit. And to be honest with you guys, I'm actually not sure if this place exists or even if it's legal.
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi, looking for a new car? Well, look no further. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my You heard right. You get to see my just by stopping at Bob Bile Motors.
That, my friends, is the Bob Bile difference. The Bob Bile difference.
And that's not all. Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Well, you guys, I mean, free hot dog Fridays is a risk, you know?
Yeah.
People could get sick. I mean, legally, that could be a lot of trouble.
Can't I wave the beep and the beep for the free hot dog, though?
Oh, gosh, that is so funny.
What, were you counting there on the big
the big one,
finale?
that's seven.
That's
in
a row.
But I was also doing a little Mad Libs and filling in the blanks myself.
Yeah, that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, yeah, it can be fun. Yeah, I will let you look at my pandas, you know?
I did not think you were going to say pandas.
I will let you look at my Hot Wheels collection, you know?
In the cabinet.
Yes. Why does it need to be dirty? I don't know how your mind went there.
Yeah, that's Summer and Tim on that one. That's good.
And and I have a feeling Marty was behind that.
I feel
he might let me know
that.
otherwise, but that feels like that could have been a Marty
That's
one.
got a Marty vibe.
Yeah.
I love the overly produced announcer voice.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun. And then just that voice, it's Tim, right?
Tim Denniston, yep.
It just sounds real because I'm used to hearing it. You know?
He still does stuff for us now. Yeah, so you hear it again.
You hear him every day, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I hear something that's like, I know it's recent, I'm like, oh, there's Tim.
There's the one about the sports desk right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
About DraftKings.
Yep,
sponsored.
exactly.
I would love it if someone's driving in their car and then they hear that and then they go into the station and then, they hear just Tim talking regular. They go into the gas station, they come back out in their car and then they hear that bit and they're like, oh my, why is this guy talking about this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. And then Summer's got the sexy, slutty voice. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
She was the girl. Ugh.
Yeah, she was the go-to.
Marty's go-to for sure.
She's good.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun.
And I'll let you see my ooh. That's right.
I always text her. I'm like, we talked about how slutty you were on the podcast. Better listen, Summer. You slutty voice. No, she's not. She's a delightful, respectable young woman.
Yes. That's hilarious.
Slutty voice.
I just love because she's so good at just channeling or the ditzy, I'm just put it there.
Real girls,
Yeah, because if you are just talking to Summer just is just like a very chill person and her voice is the same way. So when you hear any inflection and change in it, it's so like she can do it just a little bit and totally change the mood.
She can get there.
Yeah, it's
real
awesome.
Quick.
It's like a Christina Aguilera impression. Like it takes everything. You just go right to it, you know? Well, thank you for listening to the Bits and Pieces podcast. We have a special thing coming up. We have a contest.
What?
Yeah, I know. We have a contest, and we can't tell you too much about it, but you got to listen in. We're gonna tell you more when we know more, and my dad's gonna try to plug it on the real show. It'll be hilarious to listen to.
But this is what you call a tease, Willie. You're actually teasing it and not saying we've got a story coming up, we're gonna tease it, and then telling the story. We'll be right back with that story. Well, we just heard it.
Yeah.
So that is an actual tease.
We've got a contest. We'll tell you more about it. Also, the contest is to win. Yeah, just keep it going. All right. Well, thank you for listening to Bits and Pieces. We'll see you next week.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us. It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go. I love the excursions with me and Welling.
It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville. We always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.